Junior Kanye has got some quite interesting thing to say about Unazaruddin Nabi, right? In a conversation that I think he had with Ifa Post, he shared some thought about the acquisition of Nazaruddin Nabi. Now, to give you a bit of a context about that, I must say that Nazaruddin Nabi, it has been said that by other people such as Tentens Malisela that Nazaruddin Nabi is not going to succeed at Kaizer Chiefs because there's no South African involved in that team. And I even asked a question to say, wait a minute. Uh, for you to understand the culture, does it necessarily mean that you must have the management, you must have somebody physically coaching with you, or these people can assist you behind the scene? A lot has been said, specifically when it comes to about Junior Kanye. They've said quite a lot. And in them saying quite a lot, they they criticize the players that Kaizer Chiefs have. In that, Junior Kanye was very specific, or has been specific about this, and to say, if Kaizer Chiefs need to acquire new players, they need to get rid of all those players. According to Junior Kanye, you will notice that he only says that Kaizer Chiefs must only keep 3 to 4 players. But right now, it doesn't look like Kaizer Chiefs are going to be doing that. It looks like Kaizer Chiefs are going to be releasing probably few players. And yes, Jessica Mutawong did promise us that he's going to sign other players as well. It's a promise she made. But a promise made, is it a promise that she will keep? I don't know. Well, I don't know about that. You know what I know? Is that you need to do this.
If you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come on, good people, because to subscribe it is free, to like the video it is free, to comment in the comment section below it is free of charge, to click the notification bell it is free of charge, to share this video it is free of charge, to watch this video until the end it is free of charge. Also, good people, come on, to watch the ads it's free of charge, and that's how you financially contribute to this YouTube channel. Speaking about financially contribution to the channel, you can become a member of this YouTube channel from as little as 20 Rand a month. You can also use the Super Thanks button. In case you don't want to do that, guys, there is a way where you can use my media company banking details to donate to the channel, and you know what I'm saying, we'll bring you more, and also guys want to buy more equipment. So the power is in your hands. Please do the honorable thing as we proceed.
Yes. Now, here is an interesting fact here. I'm very, 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 very interested to this one. Junior Kanye speaking about the development at Kaizer Chiefs, as this article is coming from IFA Post. So before I read what they have to say, they said, the Tunisian coach will be working alongside with Fernando da Cruz, Caliben Yassaf, who are his first and second assistant coaches. It is important for me to read this because it speaks a lot about people having complaints about the fact that are they going to be effective or not? So the first and the second assistants is Da Cruz and Caliben Yassaf, who will be his first and the second assistant coaches, respectively. Alice Mzohi is the goalkeeper coach, while Machisafi takes over the strength and the conditioning portfolio. Nabi's appointment comes after Amakosi showed interim coach Kevin Johnson an exit door. He was initially roped in by the club as a head of academy. Also experienced goalkeeper coach Ryan in addition, the Soweto Giant has made some local player decision parting ways with striker Gonzalo's Kigan Dolly, 2, Sfiso Hlanti 3, September 4, Njabulo Ngobo 5. Right, then again they've signed Ubongan Sam. So they've already released how many players? Gonzalez, Dolly, Sfiso Hlanti, September, and Ngobo. They've only signed one, Ubongan Sam. Itumeleng Kuna's contract is still not yet out. So Kanye, Junior Kanye, had this to say. Oh, team, that's one of the best decisions that the team has ever made in a long run. Bringing in a coach with his own technical team, Kanye, speaking to IFA Post, there will be smooth operation from the top to the players. The reason I'm reading this is because Tentens Malisela doesn't seem to agree with Junior Kanye. In other words, Tentens Malisela yana he's saying Kaiser Chiefs will struggle a lot, according to Tentens Malisela. Kaiser Chiefs will struggle a lot, right? Kaiser Chiefs will struggle a lot. Why? Because Kaiser Chiefs do not have a coach that is from South Africa within that technical team. So the smooth transition akhuluma ngayo la uKhanye, I doubt it's going to happen. They decided to bring in a high profile coach who had the privilege of bringing in the coaches he wants to work with. Those changes in the coaching department are what many top teams adopted long time ago. I think it was time. In releasing the players, I think it was a strategic move, as they wanted to refresh their team ahead of the coming season. Okay. If you look at Junior Kanye, for instance, and you compare his opinion, no, Tentens Malisa. Yes. They have an opposing view. Not that I'm saying they should have a reconciled view. I'm saying they have an opposing view, and the view is that there's no South African coach. Because there's no South African coach, maybe as a third assistant, they will fail. The reason I'm mentioning that is because it is important for us to know this. Why is it important for us to know this? It is important because Kaiser Chiefs fans are most likely to, it is most likely that they will, the fans, few games into it, they will then revert back to things like this and say, we are not winning because there's no South African coach. A question that has to be asked prior to you making a noise is this one. Does having a coach changes everything or changes anything? That's the first question. Look, by coach, I'm referring to a South African coach. Does having, say for instance, Dr. Khumalo in that bench changes? What does it? What change does it bring? And look, because the argument has always been the coach must understand the culture and the philosophy of the club. And one will also argue and say, well, Junior Kanye argued that the culture have lost the club has lost the culture and they've lost the philosophy. So if you're saying the coach must understand the culture and the philosophy of the team, what philosophy? Because now they don't have a philosophy. Because they need to build afresh based on a philosophy that used to be there but is no longer there. A culture that used to be there but is no longer present. So in us arguing this thing that we must also think along these lines to say, when we speak about understanding the culture, especially in the context of Kaizer Chiefs, where it is about 9 years, and these 9 years are one of the things that are blamed on is the fact that there's a loss of culture, there's a loss of philosophy. So which philosophy are you referring to when you say the coach must understand Kaizer Chiefs philosophy? Is it not possible to learn that philosophy on paper because on practicality, that philosophy is no longer there? Is it not possible to learn that philosophy on the culture on paper because on practicality, that culture is no longer there? Is it not possible?